Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I'm Nancy O with Cooking with Nancy O and my sidekick, Rick, my husband. How are you today? We have a really exciting thing this year with you today, and we actually have a surprise recipe after we do our regular recipe. But we have been playing with our tower garden outside this weekend, and we totally cleaned one off, and it's all ready for our new plants. And I've been giving all kinds of lettuces and basil and all kinds of vegetables away to a friend, and she's just loving every minute of it. So our recipe today is going to be about an egg salad wrap. And then after that one, I'm going to do a pizza wrap. And that's kind of my little surprise one because I thought, let's tweak this a little bit. So this here is my celery I grew on the tower garden. See how little petite that is? And that is fantastic. It's growing really well out there. And this time I planted some pink celery. And so then I have basil. Is this not gorgeous? Let me fix this. Okay. Did that help? I did. Sorry, guys. My phone got interrupted. And this is basil. And look how beautiful that is. And I gave away so much basil. And this was on a stalk about this long. This is oregano that you can grow on the tower. So beautiful. We're also going to be using tomatoes off the tower. Oh, here. Rick went and got one of the basil leaves. Look at how big that leaf is. And that's not even the largest leaf we have. And then this is Bib lettuce. Our recipe, you could use iceberg lettuce, but I wanted to use Bib lettuce because it grows so beautiful on the tower. Now, before I start our recipe, I would like to share with you. So when I get tons of spices like this, I'm going to reach over here and get this down. Well, maybe I'm not. I'm going to ask Rick to pull that down. What we did is we took this big long stalk of parsley, and since we were taking that tower down, we don't want that to go to waste. So we have it actually hanging from a pot rack. If we can get it down, I can show you how you can dry your parsley. So you just tie a string around it, and you can do this with any herb you have, and then you hang it. So here it comes. Look at how long this is. I don't know if you guys can see how long that is. So this is all parsley. And when it gets all dry, we'll just crumble it up and put it in an airtight container. So later on, when I want to use parsley, I have some if I'm not ready to harvest. So that's all very exciting. So let's see. I think I went through all the things that I grew on the tower garden that we're going to use today. And I had every ingredient in my house already. So there was no grocery store runs. And we're going to start mixing the egg salad. I'm going to shoot this back this way. We're going to make a little room here. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So we are going to take mayonnaise, a tablespoon of mayonnaise, and we're going to use like, fourth a cup of yogurt, and then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. You know what, Rick? I'm going to let you mix this because you look so good standing there. Let's put you to work. Whoa, you didn't think that sounded very exciting.
It's my negotiated break time.
Okay, guys. And I also have a spoon or whisk there, whatever you want to use. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little, I'm just going to sprinkle some pepper in there and a pinch of salt. And we always need that. Oh my gosh, there goes the phone again. Hold on, let me fix the phone.
Get this mixed up real well.
Okay, we got it going now. I guess everybody had to call me this morning during my tower garden, during my cooking show. Okay, now we're going to add, I'm gonna pull this over so I can read it. We have 2 tablespoons. The recipe called for red onion. I did not have any here, so I'm just gonna do regular onion. We're gonna put that in there. And as you can see, because we're not using a lot of mayonnaise, this is a healthier recipe for you. And when we add the hard-boiled eggs, the recipe, I'm using 3 hard-boiled eggs. It said to only use 2 of the yolks. I went ahead and put the 3rd yolk in because I did not want to waste it and I would have eaten it anyway. There you go, Ben. And the funny thing is when I made this recipe, I cooked extra hard-boiled eggs. Why? Because one, you can put it on your salad. Two, if you're really, really hungry, you can just grab an egg and eat that. And it's so much better than grabbing a bag of chips or whatever you do. Now we have 2 stalks of celery in here. Obviously, if you're using those small celery stalks, you're going to use more. This is equivalent to what you would buy at the grocery store, the longer celery.
And tell them to make sure they wash it.
And make
They
sure
get
you
it at the
wash
store.
it if you get it at the store, because it always has lots of dirt in it, right? Okay, so now we have everything in there. Look at, you have lots of vegetables in this, you have protein in this, and then this is actually what we're going to make. I'm going to put this, there's 2 different ways you can do this, because yesterday I kind of sampled this. So if you were to take a lettuce leaf and set it down and a smaller one on top, you can do a little cup like that one. And then you could eat it just like that. Or, because I'm going to feed this to you, Rick, you can take it and actually roll it. And actually, I'm going to hand it to him. Here's the plate. And you can just eat it like that. And it's really, I did this yesterday too. I want to make sure the bib lettuce would roll easy enough. Iceberg lettuce would be crunchier, but it would hold like a well. But I don't grow iceberg lettuce because I like the nutritional value in the bib lettuce.
Might have to try more.
He's going to try more. Okay. If I can pull him away from that, do you see how easy this is? And you have an easy meal with no bread. That's what I'm trying to get away from, is all the extra bread we eat. So now we're going to make another one, and it's going to be a pizza one. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's mix our ingredients for the pizza. Okay, so we're going to use 1/4 cup of our cherry tomatoes that we grew on the tower. Okay, and then we have a 3/4 cup of shredded mozzarella, and I use the low-fat mozzarella. So once again, you're cutting down in calories. Well, I'm getting a collection of dishes over here, aren't I? And then you have 1/4 cup of, this is turkey pepperoni. It's pre-packed. We just cut it into like 4s and then put it in here. So that's about 1/4 cup. Oh, and you know what else I forgot to do on the egg wrap? You sprinkle the top of it with basil for extra flavor. So now you're going to have to eat another one, Rick, because you didn't get to taste it with the basil.
I hate when that happens.
I know you do. Okay, we're going to mix this. So now we need 1/4 cup of this fresh basil, which we have. And if you don't want that strong of a basil taste, cut it in half. And then the other thing we're going to do is a tablespoon of fresh oregano to give it that little extra taste for the pizza. Let's get those out of the way. Oh, this is looking good. And then you're just going to, once again, take a leaf and put a second one on top. How's it look?
Looks good.
Are you ready to try it?
Yeah.
He's ready to try it, guys.
Let's see how this one goes.
So this is mostly cheese, and that's why I used the low fat, was because I didn't want the extra calories in there. Now, you can make this just divide it up between 2. You could make it 4 of them in there, however you want. Okay. Oh, I got to wrap this for you, don't I? I have to do it for him.
Yep.
Okay. Now, see, this part's a little crunchy. You could cut that off. No, we're good. All right. Should I hold the plate under you?
Yeah.
So this is just like a little pizza wrap. And look at how fast that went together. You would not have to mix it. You could actually layer it in there. You can make these on a whim real quick. If you kept the egg salad made in the refrigerator and just rolled that up. That's what I did yesterday.
That one's good too.
That one's good too?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it with that much basil?
I like it that way.
Like it. Okay. What if you got the lettuce, you got the tomatoes, you could use, what am I thinking? Oh, mozzarella cheese, and then put a little balsamic vinaigrette, roll it up, you have a caprese wrap. See how easy this is? So use the lettuce because it's like a piece of bread, and make sure that it'll roll. I did try this one time with my leaf lettuce and it wouldn't give enough to roll, but you can do the bib lettuce and it grows like huge on the tower. So this is just a fabulous way to have nice lunches. Serve it with a side of your carrots and you are good to go. What do you think, Rick?
They're both good.
They're both good. You got any ideas? Oh, I know what I thought of. We made a roast yesterday for dinner, and I thought, oh, what if you took that beef and shredded it a little bit and put a little horseradish on it? Wouldn't that be good? And rolled it up in there.
Sorry.
And once again, you could sprinkle your favorite cheese on there, your low-fat cheese. So these are all kinds of great ideas. And you can see how gorgeous this lettuce is. Is that like the biggest lettuce you've ever seen? Fresh, and it tastes so delicious. And of course, it's all off the tower. And we have all kinds of vegetables getting ready to go, get started on there. If you're ready to start your tower garden, give me a call because we have so much to teach you on and so much that you guys wouldn't believe what you can grow on these things. We're very excited about ours. So if you need these recipes, please drop a note in the comments. We're happy to give them to you. And then until next week, we will see you next week and I'll come up with even a better recipe.
I'd mix them both together.
Mix them together. Oh, Rick said he'd mix them together. Sorry, we had to do an add-on there. You would mix both of those flavors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he would mix both of those flavors. So there you go. There's another recipe for you. Okay, until next week. See you later. Bye. That was